cripple felt like the word that will rightfully represent a community that is currently taking back its power. My name is Flores, and welcome to my No Masters class by Ignite. I am the founder and editor-in-chief of Cripple Media. Cripple Media is the first ever media company run by and for exclusively young disabled people. We first started out as Cripple Magazine, which was initially an online magazine, but now we kind of expanded into a full-fledged media company. I realized what a huge lack of underrepresentation there was of people like me in the journalism industry and just the messaging around people like us in society as a whole. Society told me that people like me in bodies like mine were something to be sad about, something to be depressed about. The way that we are currently portraying disabled people right now, specifically even young disabled people, is something that me and the Cripple Media team and young disabled people all over the world feel is incredibly disrespectful and feels incredibly ingenuous. Our TV shows, our movies, our books, our all sorts of media are influencing our legislation. They are influencing the way that people see each other, the way that we connect with each other, the way that we perceive others. We focus on putting, young disabled people in positions of power and in positions of leadership so that we are truly able to control and create authentic and true messaging about disability and about being a young disabled person and all of the sorts of intersections. There is almost like an epidemic, essentially, of airlines breaking disabled individuals' wheelchairs and their mobility aids. Airlines break almost 20 wheelchairs every day. Many of these power wheelchairs that belong to these individuals are extensions to their bodies. Several editors on our team have gotten their wheelchairs damaged by airlines. And so that issue specifically, we really have been advocating for the past year. Currently in the United States, disabled people do not have marriage equality. If a disabled individual gets married, they risk losing all of their benefits. Currently, the power wheelchair that I'm sitting on right now costs $41,000 in the US, and so that would be incredibly unsustainable for a disabled person. One way that we've been trying to advocate for these issues is pushing informational content about these topics on our social media, every one of our platforms that we have, and really try to talk about it as much as possible. The first step would be identify what is missing from the mainstream conversations. What is something that you think is missing from mainstream media? Where do you not see yourself? Once you identify, where you are missing, it'll be easier to figure out how you will be able to reach those spaces. Step 2, which is my personal favorite step, and you'll find that you'll be coming back to lots of times, is finding your own community. That is so incredibly important because not only will you eventually need to do that when you are trying to figure out and identify what is missing or what needs to be fought for, finding your own community is extremely invaluable to yourself as you are building a project like this. There will be so many moments and so many times in your experience and your journey that it will be hard. There will be difficult moments. When those moments do happen, it is so incredibly important to come back to your community and to find healing. Step 3, and this is of course the hard part, and it's way more easier said than done, and probably the part that will take you the longest, but this is a part where you need to dream of something fearlessly authentic. Authenticity is what drives stories that truly change people and truly change things. In the moments that we're able to make more connections is because we're able to empathize with other people. That is only achieved through authentic storytelling. And the reason why I say something fearlessly authentic is because I think another thing is to not be afraid and to be unapologetically bold about the values that you are going to relay to society. Step 4 would be, as you are finishing and as you are continuing your work, it is important to maintain your truth and to continue on and be loud. Gen Z is so incredibly powerful in the way that it is able to mobilize large, diverse groups of people to speak about a specific issue and to really work and fight for an issue. I mean, honestly, like, we were essentially born into political and social unrest, and we were also born into a literal change of the way that we live, which is the introduction to the internet. Therefore, we are able to use social media and all these channels to be able to come together and to really use our voice and speak up about something. I would recommend this journey to any and everyone. I think that this is something that could potentially not only change you, but also change the world around you.